I've been single for 4 years at 33 years old, and if you would have told me 4 years ago when I was breaking up with my boyfriend that 4 years from now I would still be single, I would have never believed you. But looking back, I wonder like if I would have still made the decision to break up with him, and fuck yeah, I would have. And has it sucked being alone for this long? Yeah, it's been really shitty, honestly. I was ready for a new relationship within like a couple of months, honestly. But I wouldn't change a thing, because the reason that I'm single is because I choose not to settle for mediocrity. And I feel like a lot of people who are in relationships now, like they're just in relationships by default, and they're just not with the person that's like right for them, because it's so hard to find somebody in today's day and age. And I totally get it. It really is. But that could just like never be me. Like I need to be with the love of my life. I need to be with somebody that lights my soul on freaking fire. And I've honestly been really close. I've found somebody that really made me feel like that, but it didn't work out.
You go, Queen. You know, this woman right here, guys, she refuses to settle. Okay, what did she say she was? Like 34 or something? 31, something like that. But don't worry, she's not settling. She's holding out for that man who lights up her soul, who is highly attractive, over 6 foot, makes a ton of money, and is stupid enough to commit to a woman like this. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about modern women and their singledom. So we're going to kick it off with this clip. Let me just pull it up. Excuse the screaming. We're going to be kicking off with this clip from a woman who is, I believe, freshly single. And as you can see, she's very excited. Now, this is what women in their 20s typically look like before they accumulate all of the cats. So let's jump into it.
I love being single. Like, I don't think you understand. Before I'd ever been in a relationship before, I was literally like, I'm never getting in one ever, because what is the point? Why limit yourself to having one boyfriend when you could have like 10 if you wanted to? And then I got into a relationship and I was like, oh, this is kind of nice, I guess, like cuddles, cute, whatever. But now I'm out and I'm literally, I've never felt so free in my life. I'm so freaking happy.
Why do I get the feeling that this is the type of woman who's going to be on medications, shall we say, for her sadness? Whenever I see videos of modern women claiming that they're so happy being single, it always looks very different, when you flash forward and you see these women at 35. Because it's all like, yeah, I'm living my queen life. I'm in my 20s, right? I don't need to settle down. I'm gonna hook up with a whole bunch of guys. I'm the happiest person ever. And then all of a sudden they're like 30 and they're stressing out. They're like, I can't believe I'm still single. Why don't the men want me? What exactly happened? Goodness, let's continue.
Dates as I want. This is so much fun. Going on nights out is way more fun now. I can't lie, call me a red flag, but it is. I'm not even saying like getting with loads of guys. I'm just saying it's just fun, just being single. Like I just can't even explain the feeling. You don't have to update anyone on your day. You don't have to say good morning, good night. You can just live. I'm never getting in a relationship ever. If you see me announce one, then I'm being held hostage, or they're the funniest man I've ever met, because I've actually never met a funny guy before in my life. I am single for the rest of my life. Why would I ever now like become in a relationship again? I just don't get it. Once again, now I have experienced one and I've experienced being single, and I still don't see a point in relationships. So maybe it's a me issue, maybe it's an avoidant attachment. There is no point in them, and I prefer being single, because like hot girls are single. I actually do think that like the baddest girls are single, or the girls who don't show off their boyfriend. Like I had a friend, and I swear to God, I was like good friends with her for 3 weeks, and then I found out she had a boyfriend. She'd had him for ages, and I was like, what? Like you have a boyfriend? And I thought that was the most bad bitch like hot thing ever. I'm like me again, and I'm so freaking happy about it. I've not been like me right now for the past 2 years.
Am I the only one who thinks it's incredibly off-putting and weird when modern women say that they're like baddies? Oh, I'm so attractive. This is what attractive women do. No, this is how narcissistic women are. This is how narcissistic women act. Now, granted, I'm glad that this woman is single, by the way. I think she would be an absolute menace in a relationship. Why on earth would a dude want to date someone as neurotic as this? I have no idea. So I'm glad she's single. I'm glad she's choosing to stay single, hopefully. And, hopefully she just stays out of the lives of men. But we all know that's not going to exactly happen, right? So as you can see, we've got this video here. She's incredibly excited. I didn't even want to cover any more of this particular video, but I wanted to bring that one up because this is what women look like before they look like this woman. So let me pull this one up again. And this is the woman that we played in the intro. Let's whack it on this screen, shall we? This is the woman that we played in the intro. This woman's like 33, 34, 31, something. I don't know. I wasn't really listening because these women are hard to listen to, let's be real. But she can't believe she's still single. So let's break this one down.
I've been single for 4 years at 33 years old. And if you would have told me 4 years ago when I was breaking up with my boyfriend that 4 years from now I would still be single, I would have never believed you.
I mean, I would have believed it. So what is this? She says she's 33. I was listening that time. Okay, so she's 33 years of age. She broke up with her boyfriend. Now, what does this mean? Okay, what this means is this woman probably locked down a simp as she was, 30 years of age. And then she decides, you know what, I'm going to ditch this guy. This is what a lot of women do, by the way, is they get into these long-term relationships as they go into their 30s because they feel like they're running out of time to have kids and get married and all of that. But of course, the streets call them back. Even at like 30 years of age, guys, these women, they cannot handle not going to the club. They can't handle not going out drinking, fishing for attention from men, okay, going out with their single friends. Like, they just can't help themselves. It's crazy.
I would have never believed you, but looking back, I wonder if I would have still made the decision to break up with him, and fuck yeah, I would have. And has it sucked being alone for this long? Yeah, it's been really shitty.
This is why, I just can't empathize with these women, guys. So on the one hand, right, they will complain about being single, but then on the other hand, they'll complain when they're in a relationship, right? Like you functionally cannot actually make these women happy. This is a mistake that a lot of guys make, right? They think, oh, if I just put in more effort, if I just solve this problem that she has, if I just do all of the things that she tells me to do, then that's going to fix the problems in our relationship or marriage or whatever. But a lot of the times, it's simply a matter of that no matter what you do, you can't make these women happy. They don't have the ability to pair bond to you. They don't have the ability to stick it out long term. They get bored. They leave. They want things done a very, very particular way. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you do things their way because they want to return to the streets at the end of the day. So let's continue.
Honestly, I was ready for a new relationship within a couple of months, honestly. But
yeah, I think this woman was probably with a different dude within 48 hours. That's my guess.
But I wouldn't change a thing because the reason that I'm single is because I choose not to settle for mediocrity.
Translation, you can't get Chad to commit to you. This is why so many of these women are single, guys. So they'll tell you it's because their standards are high, right? It's because they've got standards. The real reason why these women are single is because there's not enough Chads going around who are stupid enough to commit to them. That's all that it is. That's literally all that it is, guys. Like whenever they're talking about being single and the lack of men, they completely discount the average man. Why? Because they don't want to settle. This is a 33-year-old woman talking about not wanting to settle. Man, it's clearance time, It's time to pack it up. Okay, the clock's ticking, but she still thinks that she's top tier, premium girlfriend material. It's ridiculous.
Mediocrity. And I feel like a lot of people who are in relationships now, they're just in relationships by default and they're just not with the person that's right for them because it's so hard to find somebody in today's day and age. And I totally get it. It really is.
It's not hard to find somebody. It's just hard to find Chad. Okay? Now, we saw a video recently where a woman was bragging, yeah, I can get all these guys to message me. I can, all of these guys would give me a relationship. But again, they're not talking about average men, okay? The average guy is completely invisible to these women. Even this woman here, who's 33 years of age, completely unsuccessful in dating, this woman Still, the average man is invisible to her. Like, let that sink in for a second, guys. You have to be a millionaire. You've got to be really quite attractive or tall or whatever just to have a chance with a woman as entitled as this who will ditch you and be with another man within 48 hours when she feels like it on a random Wednesday. No, thank you. That's going to be a hard decline.
But that could just like never be me. Like, I need to be with the love of my life. I need to be with somebody that lights my soul on freaking fire. And I've honestly been really close. I've found somebody that really made me feel like that, but it didn't work out.
Translation: the man didn't want to commit. He's found some chads, guys. She's found some highly attractive men out there, but it just never really worked out. Yeah, I wonder why that might be the case. And just by the way, I'm sorry, but trying to look for someone who specifically lights your soul on fire is a ridiculous requirement that cannot be fulfilled every single day. It just can't. If you're married to someone for like 10 years, they're not going to be setting your soul on fire every single day, okay? You want that crap? Maybe you pick up some cringe female romance novel every day. If that's what you're looking for, maybe go back to your disgusting books that these women read over on TikTok. Maybe that will find you your man who lights your soul on fire, okay? But looking for this, especially on a consistent basis, is just ridiculous. These women are chasing feelings that will not last anyway. Even if this woman were to lock down a Chad, right, one of these guys who meets her requirements, she would get bored and she would leave his ass anyway.
But that's okay, because it makes me realize like why I never settled, and that like love like that exists, and you just have to keep believing that it does, even if it's taking a really long time, because you should just never settle for less than what you want and what you deserve.
And there's that deserve word again. You know what? I just think these women are delusional. That's really all it is, guys. Like, no matter how much reality tells them that they're not going to be able to lock down that Giga Chad guy, they're never going to believe it. This woman is, 33 years of age, still holding out hope that she's going to get one of these top tier men to commit to her. And let me tell you, the odds are not looking particularly good. Guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.